How's it going, everybody? My name is Mulder and welcome back to the GameChron. Today we're looking at Outriders, features that make it good. Now I am basing this video off of my experience playing Outriders the demo. I got a chance to really dive into this game where all of you actually can dive into that game right now. If you download the demo, you can play as all 4 character classes. You can go all the way up to unlocking 4 unique abilities for each class, and I kind of want to dive into the things that, in my personal opinion, that is making this game good looter shooter in the very near future. So let's dive into a couple of those features I'm about to talk about right now. Now the first feature I want to talk about here is obviously one of the most important ones, is the 4 unique character classes plus the 3 subclasses each one has. Now, I really enjoyed playing as the Pyromancer. I think the Pyromancer is going to be my number 1 character to be running around with. But honestly, the Devastator and the Trickster were fantastic character classes to play as well. The Technomancer, in my opinion, as it stands right now, I personally think this character is going to be at the bottom of everyone's list. I think this character needs a lot of work compared to the other character classes. Granted, the Technomancer may be a character that at the end of your experience with this character, you're going to have more powerful abilities than your neighbors do. But as of right now, the Technomancer, in my opinion, is the weakest out of the 4. Now, all 4 of these character classes have 3 subclasses that you can drop your perk points into, which you can actually reset at any given time throughout the game. So, depending upon the situation that you and your friends are playing in, say you run into a difficult boss, or an area of high-level enemies, you can respec your character at any given time that you wish. Which that right there I think is a fantastic feature. I definitely know there are quite a few other looter shooters out there that don't allow you to do that, or they do allow you to, but it's going to cost you a big penny in terms of in-game currency, or having to do certain things to unlock the ability to switch different classes. So I think that's a fun feature right there. But in all honesty, the other thing too about all these character classes is that Square Enix has done actually a great job, in my opinion, in making all 4 of these character classes unique and different. You could definitely tell the difference between when you're playing as a Devastator, where you can just charge the enemy lines and use your heavy assault attacks to just rip enemies apart, compared to a Pyromancer, to where you'll have to keep your distance from your enemies in order to light them on fire and use long-range weapons. Another great thing too about this demo when you're playing with a group of friends is that the game does reward you for going into combat where everyone's playing as a different class of character. Granted, you could have a whole team of Devastators or Tricksters, or 2 of the same character class and 1 different, but the game really does open up a variety of different things that you can do, provided that your team is running in different character classes. And I really love that. I think that's a great thing to really open up about this game. Another great thing too is that these subclasses open up unique abilities depending upon which subclass you invest in. So it's not like you're just increasing your character's damage output, agility, health regen. No, you're actually unlocking unique abilities that you can only get if you invest in that subclass. Again, these are all features that I'm seeing Square Enix throw into this game just by playing the demo that I really enjoy, and I encourage this type of stuff. But none of this would mean anything if the combat wasn't satisfying, and I really love the combat in this game. It's brutal, it's in your face, it reminds me a lot of a mixture of The Division 2, a little bit of Soldier of Fortune in terms of the blood and guts, but I just really like the fact that whenever you're using a heavy weapon like say a shotgun and you hit an enemy with it, their body explodes. It reacts to them being shot by a powerful weapon. Unlike in other looter shooters out there to where you can literally blast an enemy with a rocket launcher or shoot them at close range with a shotgun and their body just goes and they just drop, or they just, they disappear in like fairy dust, or they magically dissolve. It's, to me, that type of stuff is not as satisfying. And again, I like Outriders for just being brutal. It's actually a little bit of a dab of like say Doom Eternal, where in that game it was brutal executions. You could just wipe out demons left and right, ripping off limbs and shooting off body parts. You can do that in this game. I'm not a big fan of the cover system in this game. In fact, I actually stopped using the cover system in this game once my character became powerful enough to where, honestly, I actually had more luck just wiping enemies out in the open than I did taking cover. And then finally, the last thing that I really think is working for this game is the world itself. And what I mean by that is just the atmosphere. This is a worn, torn planet. It has that mix of like say World War I in the trenches at the beginning of the game, to where it feels like you're going back to World War II but with sci-fi weapons. And I kid you not, I have not seen a game in recent memory that just had so many freaking bodies laying on the ground. I mean, this world is brutal. And it really kind of brings it home to you as to just how dire the situation is for all these characters. Now, granted, I will be doing a video later down the road here about the things about this game that isn't working for me, that I really, really hope Square Enix either irons out, or that I hope that these features that aren't working for me, they're not going to bottle down the experience for me. But I'm really looking forward to this game when it comes out. I'll definitely be doing build videos on every single character and the 3 subclasses. So definitely feel free to like, share, and subscribe so that you can stay tuned the moment when Outriders comes out at the end of this month when I'll be dropping that content. And that's it for our quick look at Outriders features that make it good. Again, based all on the demo, but if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. We have Outriders coming along with a bunch of other RPG games coming out later in this year that I cannot wait to cover and live stream with you very soon. But until then, my name is Mulder, and thank you so much for joining me in the GameChron.